Are you like me and you were watching Shark Tank and you saw the pitch for this and you had to know more? Well, you're in the right spot. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Best Massage Tech, where today I'm taking a look at the Myostorm Meteor 2.0. The Myostorm Meteor 2.0 is a heated vibrating massage ball. It's one that I'm super excited to take a look at today because it was indeed featured on season 11 of Shark Tank. The team from Myostorm ultimately had 4 offers from the Sharks, and they chose to take a deal with Lori Greiner. It was after seeing this device on Shark Tank that I did reach out to the Myostorm team, asked if I could do a review of it. They graciously sent me this ball to do this review. However, all these views are going to be my own. The other reasons that I'm excited to take a look at this today is because this is the very first vibrating massage ball that I've looked at that has a heat component. So I'm excited to see what that's capable of. And then the last reason that I'm excited to take a look at this is because I myself am a former collegiate runner, and one of the co-founders of this product is also a collegiate runner. So I anticipate that I'm going to be able to resonate with some of the reasons why he developed this device. So out of the box, you get 2 things. You get the Meteor 2.0 and you get a USB-C charging cord. Now, they do recommend that you fully charge the ball before its first use. And in order to do that, there's just a small little port on it. You flip the little cover on it and the charging cord plugs right into it. There's a light just above the port. When that's charging, it's gonna flash red. Once it's fully charged, that light's gonna change to blue. And again, it does take about 2 to 2.5 hours to charge. Once it's fully charged, your battery on the high vibration, high heat will last about 90 minutes. On just the low vibration, it can last up to 4 to 5 hours. So that battery life is very much dependent on what speed and what intensity you are using it on. The ball itself is quite a bit larger than any of the other vibrating massage balls that I've reviewed on my channel before. It is about 4.5 inches wide. And for comparison, I do have a lacrosse ball here just so you can see the size difference. I know a lot of people commonly use a lacrosse ball or a hockey ball to roll on. And essentially the purpose of the Meteor 2.0 is very similar to the purpose of what you would use a lacrosse ball. It is designed to be used anywhere on the body. However, think of it more of a trigger point relief tool. Similar to what you would use on a foam roller, you can roll out in any part of your body, but you have a much smaller surface area, so you're gonna get a lot more pressure on any one specific area that you are rolling with it. And essentially the science behind it is very similar to the science behind a vibrating foam roller, where the vibrations in your muscles and your tissues help to desensitize the area so it's not as painful in whatever area you're rolling in. Now make sure when you are rolling in any area, it's not a true injury. You don't wanna injure yourself more. Only be using this on areas where you just have general soreness. The ball is 1.5 pounds. It comes equipped with 3 different vibration settings and a heat function that goes all the way up to 120 degrees. In order to turn the ball on, there is just a power switch on the bottom here. Once you hit that once, it will light up, and then you have your heat on one side and your vibration settings on the other. In order to turn the vibration settings on, you just quick press it once. And you probably can't see this, but I'll put it by my mic here so you can hear that it's on the low setting. And you just quick press it again to increase there. And this is definitely the strongest vibrating ball I've had before. It's vibrating my whole hand here. And go all the way up to the 3rd speed there. That's how it sounds. And then to turn the heat function on, you just need to press the little flame icon. You'll see it light up there as well. Now the heat function on this does take about 10 to 15 minutes to heat up. So they recommend, if you do intend to use the heat setting on it, let it run for a few minutes before you start rolling on it. In order to save time here, I am just gonna go ahead and let it heat up just so I get a chance to feel it. I'm gonna continue to review a few things about it, and then we'll go ahead and roll around and just see how it works. While this is heating up, I did just wanna share a few other pieces of information that might be useful. The first one is that this is a TSA approved device, so if you are looking to fly or travel with this, you should have no issues. It is a FDA Class 1 approved medical device. I personally have no clue what that means, but they do advertise it in their instruction manual, so I wanted to share it in case that was something that's relevant to you. This ball is a very sturdy ball. It can withstand up to 300 pounds. So unless you're more than 300 pounds and you intend to just stand on the device, which you should have no need to, it is gonna withhold any amount of body weight. It's got a very hard plastic underneath this red rubber. And then lastly, probably the most important thing is the price. This is currently priced at $149. You can get it directly on Myostorm's website. I do have a 10% off promo code. I will put that down below in the description, as well as a link directly to the product. Other than that, I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes here. I'm gonna fast forward until this is heated up, and then I will roll around on it and share my experience. So this definitely feels like it's reached its maximum heat. It's been about 12 minutes. It's definitely warm. It's not so warm that I can't hold it. I guess I would compare it to holding a warm cup of coffee. Definitely you can feel the heat residing on it, but it's not enough that it's gonna burn me. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll around on it here. I'm gonna put it on the lowest vibration setting, as well as leave the heat on, and we'll see how it goes. So on the lowest setting here, I can definitely feel the heat and a little bit of the vibrations, but I'm someone that likes a real aggressive massage. So I'm gonna turn this massager all the way up to the 3rd speed right away and go to my calf. So a vibrating massage ball is not something that I would typically be a fan of, and I usually wouldn't want to have this in my recovery routine just because most of them that I've seen don't have the components that I'm looking for, or I can't find a specific need for it. But after rolling around this for quite a while now, I have to say the Meteor makes a compelling argument. And I have to say, in terms of vibrating massage balls, this is hands down the best one that I've tried. Not only does it have a super strong motor and you have those 3 vibration speeds, and again, I'm someone that personally likes a very aggressive massage, so the low speed on here isn't as noticeable, but the high speed, you can definitely feel it. So I do like that. I absolutely love the heated function of this. Personally, I would probably just use the heated function more so than the vibration setting. And then lastly, I like the size of it. It's much bigger than a lot of the other vibrating massage balls I've had. It doesn't feel like it's so aggressive, but it's big enough that it can have a powerful motor. So those are the 3 things that I really, really like about this Meteor 2.0. A few criticisms that I could offer, or areas that they could improve. And these are just small things, but the charging port, the little cover on it, it's really hard to get your finger under this if you don't have any sort of nails to get to it. I'm almost tempted to just rip it off. I understand it's there for a reason, to keep dirt and things out of your charging port, but it is a little bit inconvenient just to get that port open. And then secondly would be that these buttons, in order to increase the speed, turn on the heat, they are inset a little bit, but I found that even rolling around, I was able to hit those buttons and actually change and adjust some of the settings if I was rolling over this control portion. So obviously that's a personal issue. I just need to be aware of where I'm rolling, but if there's a way that they could inset those just a little bit more, I think it would be beneficial, just so you're not, hitting buttons that you don't want to be hitting when you're rolling, especially if you're not rolling on a super flat surface, if you're rolling on the grass or something with it. And to that point, I'll say I would definitely recommend that you do roll on some sort of padded surface. So I was rolling on my carpet in my apartment. I probably would have rather even been rolling on a yoga mat or the rubber floor of a gym. The vibrations do translate pretty heavily into the floor. So if you're in an apartment complex, definitely be courteous of your neighbors. They are going to hear these vibrations in your floor. There's a benefit to it because it's so hard, you're getting that in your body. But the disadvantage is that there's not much to take those vibrations between the device and the floor, which you don't necessarily want when you're rolling on it, because if you do want something aggressive, you don't want a lot of padding. But just be mindful of where you're rolling it. I'd recommend probably a yoga mat as the easiest solution. But other than that, I'm certainly impressed with this device. Kudos to the team over at Myostorm for coming up with a great product. If you do have any questions about it, go ahead and drop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, don't forget, if you are interested in buying one, check out that discount link in the description. Otherwise, that is the Myostorm Meteor 2.0. That's a review.